Good morning, everyone. This card spread was done at GMT 12 a.m. Finished shuffling before 12:30 a.m. GMT time. This is a card spread for the current worldwide health and medical conditions crisis. Three of Wands is the past card. Past scenario card. The Chariot is the cause of past scenario. And the Lovers is the present scenario, and the Fool is the cause of present scenario. The Revelation, which is the Judgment card, is actually the final scenario of this crisis. As you can see, the Three of Wands, yes, there's a Three of Wands. There's a cross. You see there's a cross? And there's an animal head, a dead animal's head hanging on one of the wands. And behind that, it may be the moon or the sun, but it looks like the sun with the background color, but it's actually the moon. You look at the fire that's burning below, which signifies that there has been a lot of cremations of bodies for the past scenario, huge numbers, because it's burning the entire ground. And the other thing you have to look out for, the cross actually means no trespassing. And for the Three of Wands, the other scenario that is on top of this is actually for those patients. They are waiting for results after they went for their diagnosis. Test results for whatever medical conditions that they are having. It seems like this card is the scenario that happened, because due to the packing of the hospitals, too many people falling sick, our hospitals could not handle the number of patients. A lot of them has died. You can see, actually there's humans standing among the fire on this card. This one, I believe, is the moon. The background has been illuminated by the fire until it's fiery red. For the other one, the Chariot card, that is the cause of the current scenario. Yes, there's the sun and the moon. That means the doctors and the nurses and whatever lab technicians, they're running day and night to get the results for the patients. Moving forward, there's a man that's controlling the horse, that's moving the cart to go to his destination that he wants to go. And this man could be an older man because he has beard, but this is definitely someone in authority because he has a hat that looks like those on the Hierophant card. Moving forward, the authorities has quarantined those suspected infectious cases to avoid the spread, which is shown in the card because you can look at this. There's a golden stone, and there's a trail of line. This look like rows and rows of houses for the quarantine. And this stone looks somewhat like the water tank or something that's supplying water to these rows of houses. That's for quarantine. That's why this card actually displays the quarantine signs as well. Sorry, just energy is too strong. It's very heaty. It's too hot. And then another scenario, for the present scenario, we are talking about the lovers. These lovers means reuniting with partners or family. But it doesn't look like a very nice card. The reason, this is a potion border. And inside the potion border, there's an arrow that's shooting towards the couple. And there's a moon and the sun inside the potion border. Then you can see a sword is being pierced through the border. Potion border means cure for the disease or any medical conditions. Meaning that the cure might have side effects that's long term, might cause implications that's long term, or it might have permanent implications caused by this cure. It's like after an accident. If you become handicapped, where legs or hands are amputated, that's a long-term loss, long-term impairment. There could be long-term implications like, for instance, in an accident, the nerve is crossed due to whatever accident that took place and caused the brain to have permanent implication that cause disabilities to the brain. This is what we are talking about, long-term implications. And then notice that there's a snake that's wrapping around the egg. It could be wrapping around the solution to the problem or the cure to the problem. Snake is a very sly, sneaky, cunning sign. This is not a good sign. That means someone is hiding the truth of the whole scenario. And for the egg, it also symbolizes babies, which means babies could be infected as well. In this scenario, where the snake wrapped around the thing, the infection is definite. For some babies, you might be able to test positive or negative of the condition. But for the babies, where the condition has been already fully genetically changing the entire body cell, you can no longer detect the negative and positive of the disease. That means it has actually combine to one with the entire body cell, including different parts of the body like brain cell, flesh, muscles, blood cells, etc. For the full cut, that is in reverse, which means there is no new start. Looking at the two men that's wearing animal masks to cover who they are. That means it's hiding the truth of who they are. They are holding a bridge over the fool. This looks like a crowd. It might be pulling wool over the eyes of the people. And the fool in reverse, meaning there's no new start. It could be because we don't know where is the source from. We can't find the cure fast enough. And leading to death. Sun and moon normally implies heaven. So that's why I was telling about maybe reunite with the family on earth, or reuniting with the family in the underworld or in heaven. As you see the full cut, there's a crocodile below the fool, which means it's the predator. That means underneath the whole scenario, there's a predator that's controlling the stuff. Probably gaining for whatever that they want out of this situation. For instance, the medical supplies, there are people that raising prices and whatever. And there's complaints of vegetables that's being delivered to a house are more expensive when they are being quarantined in their house. This shows that this predator is quite true, the crocodile or the alligator. There's people earning or getting, reaping from the current scenario, the profits. And as for the final scenario, that is the revelation, which is the judgment card. Judgment card, for this card, it definitely symbolizes God is judging, not the humans. As you can see, there's two women kneeling down to pray to heaven for help, probably praying for cure to save their family. You see a man meditating, and then you see a fire that has actually burned, cremated a man's body, where the man's soul is floating up to heaven. And there's another man spreading his arms out, standing upright, 2 feet on the ground, looking up to heaven, crying and praying for help as well. These are prayers sending to the divine gods for help to save the current family. But the scenario looks very bad because there's a lot of tombstones. Those tombstones are of different religion. There's small ones, there's big ones, there's crosses. That means all religions are involved in the death. The small tombstone signifies children or baby. It could be even pets